So let's come into our easy seat, Sukhasana. Grounding down through your sit bones. Perhaps you're seated on a block or a folded blanket or a cushion. Let's bring our hands into Hrydaya Mudra, compassionate heart mudra. So curling the index to the base of the thumb, and then bring the middle to rest on the tip of the thumb, and then the ring to rest on top of the middle finger and the little finger gently extended like so. So you'll have this little, what looks like an eye when you look at it. And then palms face up on your knees or thighs. Begin to connect with your breath, with your practice, with this moment on the mat. So this is now when we begin to really prepare ourselves to go into a synchronized practice in which the breath, the mind, and the body are moving together in harmony, in balance. So we'll start by coming into physical stillness, and then we connect with the breath and begin to observe the flow of the breath. Closing your eyes, or if you prefer to take a downward or inward gaze. Begin to trace the breath, following the breath in through your nose down towards your heart space. And then releasing it from the heart space out through your nose. Your next breath in, let's allow the breath to travel a little bit deeper, a little bit further. So as you breathe in through your nose, draw the breath down to your solar plexus, just above your navel, probably at the point where your ribs meet. And then release the breath from this point out through your nose. For your third breath, drawing in the breath through your nose, and this time drawing the breath all the way down to the Swadhisthana. Now the point below your belly button at the pelvic area. And then release the breath from this point to make its return journey out through the nose. So this three-part breaths with a slight difference today. So refining our Dirga Pranayama practice and breathing into the different points of the chakras. The chakras to connect us with different energies. So inhaling first into Anahat, the heart space, connecting here with compassion, with kindness, for Ahimsa, our theme today. The second breath, drawing it in down towards the solar plexus, the Manipur chakra. And here, connecting with commitment to maintain compassion and kindness and love in the face of the greatest adversity or challenge. The third breath, drawing it in through the nose, through the Anahat, the Manipur, down to the Swadhisthana chakra at the pelvic area below the navel. And this is where our creative, emotional self sits. So know that as we show compassion to others, and as we commit to a path of empathy, that it will trigger and rise emotions in us that may be challenging for us, especially as we extend loving kindness to those with whom we disagree, with those we fundamentally have oppositional ideas and belief systems to. But with harnessing of this creative energy here at the Swadhisthana, we can begin to think about what it is that we want to nourish with the love, kindness, and compassion we offer. Perhaps we want to invoke a repair, a healing, a transformation in the other. So this 3-part breath day, Dirga Pranayam, into the Anahat, then to the solar plexus, Manipur, and then to the Swadhisthana, and then breathing back from each of those points. So into the Anahat, out from the Anahat, into the Manipur, out from the Manipur, into the Swadhisthana, out from the Swadhisthana. So continue this cycle with your own breath for 2 more rounds. Perhaps pondering as you visit each point of your body where this energy sits, connected to these principles, these ethics, these feelings, what it means to you, what arises for you in particular. And on the final count of this breath, return to your natural rhythm and bring your hands together at your heart space. Open out your hands into Padma Mudra, lotus flower. So the little fingers are joined and the thumbs are joined and the middle fingers are open like a flower. Here at the heart, we'll chant Om 3 times to open our class, our practice, our time together. Inhale into the palms of your hand. Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. Bring your hands together. Namaste and welcome, yogis. So we're continuing with our theme of the threads of yoga. In this series, we're going to focus on the principles and ethics that are coded in a text written in the year around the period of year 500 by Patanjali, a sage. And it codifies the principles of yoga. Yoga has existed long before that, but they were codified in this text. And this text helps to guide us in terms of our relationship with ourselves and in terms of our relationship with the other and our relationship with humanity and with the divine source, whatever our belief system may be, whether that's nature or the concept of God. So we all have very different belief systems in terms of what guides us in our religious path. Yoga is a practice that will sustain you on your own faith or religious or atheist practice. Ahimsa, this theme of this foundational principle of non-harm, non-violence, in terms of accepting that our words, actions, and thoughts can cause harm to others if we act without kindness, without empathy, without compassion. So that's the energy we'll be cultivating and inviting into our practice today. So Staying seated as you are, let's reach out with your arms, fingers pointing up. Push through the heels of your hands. So we're working mostly with the Untitled Chapter today, at the heart space. So we'll be creating a sense of openness in our upper body. Keep pushing through those heels of the hand. Then flex your fingers down. And that's rotate, so folding your fingers, rotate your wrists one way, then the other way. And then we're going to release our fingers one at a time. So flick open your index, middle, ring, and little finger. So like as if it's a domino effect. And then wriggle your fingers. Let's cross the arm, right arm in front of us. Relax the right shoulder down and draw in that right arm. And reach through the right fingertips. So you can feel an extension at the back of the heart here, opening up through the back of that shoulder blade. One more there. Let's go the other way. So take the left arm across. Relax that left shoulder. Releasing it, let's take the right hand over, take the right fingertips to the middle and reach overhead, left hand to the right elbow and draw the elbow up towards the sky and the fingertips down towards in between your shoulder blades. So really opening up here. One more breath here, feeling the expansion in the heart space. Releasing that hand, let's bring the left fingertips between the shoulder blades and with the right hand on the left elbow, draw the elbow back and up so that you open up underneath the left armpit here. One more breath. Let's release that. Bring your hands down. Roll your head to the left and then semi-roll over to the right. Then all the way over to the left. And then back to the right. Turn your head to center. Let's turn to look over to the left side now. Inhale to center. Exhale to look to the right. Inhale to center. Let's drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. You can take your left hand overhead. This right hand can stay on your lap or you can reach out. So have it extended at a diagonal away from you so that you feel an extension here on the right side of the neck. One breath here. Let's drop that right hand to the earth. Reach up with your left fingertips and go all the way over to the right. Inhale through center. Now let's go the other way. So let's drop the ear towards the right shoulder this time. Again, left hand. Right hand can go overhead and left hand can reach out. You might need to play around with the angle of the left arm so that you can feel the extension. Here we go, that's the angle for me where I can feel it on my neck. One more breath here. And then drop the left hand, let's reach up and over with the right arm. Inhale through center, reaching up, bring your hands into Padma, lotus flower here. We're going to do a lotus prayer wheel. So remember, this is where you have your lotus flower and then you bring your index and thumbs together, rotate your fingers, backs of hands. So just rotate all the way to the heart. Take a moment here. Inhale to reach up, lotus flower above the crown, and then exhaling the lotus prayer to the heart. One more time, inhale to reach up, exhaling lotus prayer to the heart. It doesn't really matter. What you're doing is turning the fingers in, creating a little book, and then lotus at the heart. Take a moment here. Now inhale to reach up. As we exhale, take the right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. Gaze over your right shoulder. Breathing into the abdomen here. Now, leaving your left hand where it is, let's cross the right arm over the left arm. Bring the backs of your hands together, or wrap your left fingertips onto your right palm. Or you can have your hands on your shoulder, yogi's choice. So there's one of three places for Garudasana. And then lift your elbows. Eagle arms here. And you can really feel the opening at the back of your upper back here, the back of your heart space. One more breath. Open out your arms, reach up. As you exhale, turn over to the left. Right hand on left knee. Three breaths here. Leaving the right hand where it is. Let's cross the left elbow over the right. Backs of hands together, hands on shoulders, or wrap your right fingertips onto your left palm. Lift your elbows so they're parallel to your shoulders. Garudasana, eagle arms. One more breath. Let's open out our arms and then bring our hands to the earth. Come onto your knees. And let's come directly into table pose, Padmanasana. Hands underneath here. Take a moment in neutral spine. So crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. One breath here. As you exhale, take your sit bones behind you towards your heels. Bring your eyebrow center to the earth. Child's pose. Bring your forearms to the earth. Thread your crown through and rise back up. So we're going to do what we call a cycle here. So cat-cow, but we're coming back into Balasana. So threading your crown through, you have your tailbone lifted, you have a concave shape in your back, and then as you rise up, then you move into this variation where your navel is drawn up, your back is rounded, and then that carries you back into Balasana. So inhaling and exhaling, cat-cow. Cow, and then cat. And really connect through your finger pads with the earth. And then when we've done 3 cycles, coming in stillness, back into neutral spine. Let's reach up with the right toes. You can stay here, or you can sweep your left arm back towards your right foot. You can reach behind you or take hold of your foot. Open at the heart. One more breath. And so while we work with this foundational principle of Ahimsa, let's connect with metta meditation. Left hand to the earth. Right knee comes in towards the heart. Dome the back of your heart here. And then release the right knee to the earth. Reach up with your right arm to the sky. As you exhale, thread it underneath and bring your right ear and shoulder to the mat. Left hand can reach up, or you can bring it to the right hip, the back of the hand to the right hip. Here, threading. So now connecting with metta meditation, loving kindness. So thinking about yourself, then someone that you love and care for, and then someone within the community who you wish to send loving kindness to. So in the first round, inhaling, may I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be happy. May I be at ease. Exhale, left hand to the earth. Inhale, right fingertips to the sky, and then bring them back to the earth. Let's go the other way. So planting your hands again, lift the left foot this time. And again, you can switch and reach back with your right hand. So it might be reaching back, or you could take hold of your foot. So it's opposite hand to opposite foot. One more breath here. Exhaling, release your hand, release your foot, bring that left knee in towards your heart, doming the back of your heart space. And then return the knee. Inhale, left fingertips to the sky. As you exhale, thread them through. Coming into your variation of Sushirandasana. Sushirandasana. Right fingertips to the sky or right hand to the left hip. And now offer loving kindness to a loved family member or friend. May they be safe. May they be healthy. May they be joyful. May they be at ease. So we're beginning to flower open the heart, allowing the petals, the 12 petals of the heart to flower open. By first invoking a sense of warmth and love for those with whom we have deep bonds and connections with. Inhaling, bringing the left hand back up to the sky, opening up here, and then releasing your hands. Now we're going to move into our camel pose, Ustrasana. So again, your options can be, you can tuck your toes, you can leave the tops of your feet there. You can place your feet on blocks or a cushion or a pillow so that your heels rise up a little bit closer to you. So start here by hugging in the navel towards your spine. Roll your shoulders down and away. Gaze on the horizon as something that won't move for a moment. Take your hands and place them on your lower back, resting the heels just above your buttocks. And draw your shoulder blades together. And now perhaps you begin to lift your gaze up towards the point where the ceiling meets the wall. Now this might be enough of a back bend for you. So lengthen through your sternum, open the heart, draw the front of the heart, draw the shoulder blades together so that you're closing the back of the heart space. If you're happy here, you can reach back towards one heel. And then if you're happy there, you can reach back for the other heel. So you might notice that when you place something underneath your feet and bring your heels closer, you have more space. So if I was to even tuck my toes here, I would bring my heels even closer to me. And as your heart is open here, let's send out loving kindness and compassion to our community, to someone in our community, whether they are known to us or not. May they be safe. May they be healthy. May they be joyful. May they be at ease. Cultivating these feelings of generosity, of not intending any harm, whether intentional or unintended. Sometimes we can cause harm without awareness. When we fail to understand that not everybody lives the same life that we do. Bringing your hands to support your back first. Begin to straighten up through your spine. Stay here for a moment and then we're going to come into hare pose, Shashangasana. So let's bring the hands to the earth to support us here, and top of the head, the top of the crown to the earth. Just very softly grazing the earth, not putting our weight into our head. You can leave your hands as a scaffold or take your hands to your heels. And then if you do that, really round and dome through the back of your heart. And then you'll feel a big release in your lower back here. One more breath. And then let's place our forearms on the earth. Elbows and shoulders aligned. Shift your knees back slightly. We're going to move into Anahatasana, melting heart pose. Now you can stay here, or you can begin to reach forward with your hands and then bring your eyebrows center to the earth or onto a cushion. So you can be slightly higher up in your Anahatasana, or you can come closer to the earth. Here we're going to invite loving kindness to be directed as a feeling of warmth and light to someone with whom we fundamentally disagree, someone whose views are opposed to our own, whose principles do not align with our principles. And to this person, directing loving kindness. Loving kindness is an absence of harm to that person, as well as a positive intention that they be safe. May they be healthy. May they be joyful. May they be at ease. Because once we can allow others to live in a world of love, of compassion, of empathy, they may begin to release their barriers, their boundaries, their defenses, and allow themselves to be expressive of their vulnerabilities. We also know that when people are drawn into these narrow, closed mindsets, where they act with aggression or harm towards others, it's often from a fearful place, a place of fear in which they may live their lives, in a place of shadow or darkness in which they may live their lives. One more breath here in Anahatasana. Begin to walk your hands back towards you, taking your hands and preparing for Parvatasana mountain pose. So your hands can be as wide as your shoulders, as wide as the mat, index finger pointing forward, claw through the finger pads and the knuckles. Tuck your toes and inhale to lift your tailbone and melt your heart back. And then pedal through your heels. Before coming to stillness here. One more breath in mountain Parvatasana. And then let's walk our feet to the top of the mat, coming into a forward fold here. Allow your head to hang heavy. Perhaps you hug the back of your knees here. Have a soft or deep bend in your knees. You can have your hands on your ankles or calves. And then releasing your hands, begin to unfurl your spine one vertebrae at a time to rise up to standing mountain Tadasana. Head and shoulders last to come up. And once you come to standing, take a moment here. Open out your heart space. Have your fingertips, your little fingertips turning slightly forward so that you have more of an opening here. So the shoulder blades come closer together. Let's place your hands again on the back of on the lower back, the heels just at that bony part of your back of your hips here. Draw your shoulder blades together. With a soft bend in your knees, begin to lift your gaze. A gentle back bend here. Perhaps you can move into a deeper back bend to gaze up towards the sky. Yogi's choice. So go as far as feels comfortable for you. So your gaze can stay fairly horizontal. You're drawing your shoulder blades in. Your gaze can lift along the wall up towards that place where the ceiling meets the wall, or you can rise to look up towards the ceiling or the wall, the sky above. Keep drawing your shoulder blades together wherever you are. Your hips, you might have your feet at hip distance wide. The soft bend in your knees. One more breath. As you exhale, begin to bend more deeply into your knees, coming back into chair pose. Keep your hands on your lower back for the moment. And then lift your left arm up so that it opens towards the back. Turn your gaze. Now this right arm can reach forward, or you can keep it on your lower back. Thumb and index connected. Index is connected to Vayu, the element of air. Air is the element that's connected to the Anahat. One more breath there. Inhale to reach the center and up. Exhale, gentle back bend, hands to heart in lotus. Padma. Take a moment here. We're going to go the other way. So again, let's take the hands to the lower back, draw the shoulder blades in, open the heart. And begin to lift your gaze, drawing your shoulder blades closer together. Perhaps you move your hips and pelvis forward. So you feel long in the sternum. You're still supporting your lower back. And only take your head, your gaze, your drishti, to the point where your neck feels comfortable. One more breath. Then let's bend into the knees. Begin to return our gaze, coming into chair pose, Utkatasana, supporting your back. And then when you're ready, you can reach behind with your right hand. And you can also reach forward with your left hand. Breathing into the heart space where you've created space. We're working with this sense of peacefulness and joyfulness that arises when we feel connected to others, when we feel a sense of compassion for others. One more breath. Inhale, sweep your arms up and rise up. Gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to heart in Padma. One more breath. We're going to move into Surya Namaskar. Exhale to fold forward. Fingertips to the earth or hands on your legs. Crown reaching forward now, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back with the right leg. Bring the knee to the earth. Take a moment here. Now we're going to move into various options. I'm going to turn around so you can see me. So allow that diagonal to come to the right leg. So really dropping into that left hip. Inhale, hands to heart in Padma, lotus flower. Take a moment here. Bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot and reach back with the right hand. Now you can bend into your right foot and take hold of your right foot. You can keep that left fingertips on the earth or on a block for stability, or you can be reaching back for your foot, yogi's choice. One more breath here. Now this left hand can come onto the knee, or you can reach it forward. See if you feel stable here. Remember, you have different places that left hand can be. One more breath. Then with care, release the right foot. Bring the right hand to the earth now. Plant the right hand and lift the left fingertips up to the sky. Easy twist. Now we're going to have the option of taking the left hand back towards that foot. So again, you can bend into that right foot and take hold of your toes or your foot with your left hand this time. And spiral your gaze back towards your foot. One more breath. Exhaling, let's release that foot with care. Bring the left hand forward. Take a moment here. And then lift that right knee. Reach out through that right heel. And then step back with your left foot to meet your right foot. Body parallel, or you can bring your knees directly to the earth here. We're all going to meet in Ashtanga, so knees, chest, and chin to the earth. Lower your abdomen, slide your knees away. Let's rise up in Cobra. Release your shoulders down and away from your ears. Exhale, lower to the earth. We're going to move into bow pose, Dhanurasana. So let's take your hands alongside your body, bend into your right foot and reach back with your right hand. This might be enough for you, or you could be reaching back here if the connection feels too far away. So let's just start here. Really pull that right foot away from you so that there's resistance between your right hand and your right foot. And then begin to lift that right foot up towards the sky. Stay planted on the left side for the moment. And then release the right thigh back to the earth. Bring the right hand alongside you. Let's go to the left side here. So bend into your left knee and reach back with your left hand. And again, you can create some resistance between your hand and foot. So begin to lift the left thigh off the earth. You might want to press down into your right foot and leg to help you do that. And then release the left thigh back to the earth. Release your hand. And now we're going to go on both sides. So we're going to reach back for both feet. So you can keep your knees bent and your hands are simply reaching back. Then lift your heart space. Lift your gaze. So you could be reaching back towards your feet and not make a connection. And that's, we're all working the same part of our body. Another option is to take hold of your feet Take hold of your ankles. And then inhale, lift your knees. Push away with your feet into your hands. Lift your heart space, lift your gaze. Dhanurasana. And again, we will all be in very different places here because our spines are built in different ways. Some of us have more space, some of us have less space. Some of us have more bone-on-bone connection. Some of us have more movement in our spine. Some of us have stories with our spine. So wherever you are in your Dhanurasana bow pose, one more breath here. Keep lifting your knees, lifting your heart space, lifting your crown, and then releasing to the earth. Release your hands. Bring your hands underneath your eyebrow center, one hand on top of the other, and then perhaps you gently roll your hips from left to right to release the lower back. Take a breath. Now we're going to take a breath, Brahmari breath, that honeybee breath, which is the buzzing sound. So you inhale through your nose, you keep your lips closed, and you make a buzzing sound. The breath comes out through the nose, not the mouth. So inhale fully. Hands by your shoulders, lifting with care. Come back into wide-legged child's pose, so knees as wide as your mat, big toes together. Eyebrows center on the earth, and take your arms alongside your body, palms face up. Counter pose to our Dhanurasana Balasana. Let's take another Brahmari breath here. Really take the sound into your heart space. So feel the vibration in Anahat, where the unstruck sound is, the unhurt place. Inhale through your nose. Hands alongside your head. Let's rise up in Mountain Parvatasana. Tucking your toes, coming into mountain here. And let's take one more Brahmari breath here. And again, send that vibrational sound into the heart space so that we can stimulate the feelings of compassion and empathy of Ahimsa. Om Ahimsa Param Dharma. Inhale fully through your nose. One more breath. And then let's walk to the top of our mat from here. Coming into a forward fold. Perhaps you take your hands and wrap them around the back of your legs or calves. Allow your head to hang heavy here. Really open at the back of your heart space here. May I be peaceful and joyful. May my body and mind be healthy and well. May I find ease and freedom in my path. Uncurling your spine one vertebrae at a time to rise up. Take a moment and then let's move into the Surya Namaskar variation on the other side, folding down towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back, folding here. And this time, let's step the left foot back. Bring your knee to the earth. And again, we're going to move through the sequence on this side now. Inhale, hands to heart and Padma. Om Ahimsa Dharma. Om Ahimsa Param Dharma. May my greatest calling, may my journey be on a path of non-violence, non-harm, rooted in kindness and compassion. There's a fire in this call. This is not about being passive. This path was the path of resistance to the British rule. This was the path of resistance that was adopted by the civil rights movement in the US. This was the calling that Nelson Mandela responded to. So this is a powerful path. One more breath here. So we're going to bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot here. And reach back with the left hand. You can bring it into Hrydaya Mudra. So again, I'm going to invite you to bend into your left foot, and it might feel different on each side. So you might feel like you have more space on one side compared to the other side. So you could be reaching back, or you could be connected with your foot. So left hand to left foot here. Your fingertips of the right hand can stay on the earth. You can bring it onto your thigh, or you can reach forward. So that you're opening across the heart space here. One more breath, then release the right hand to the earth. Release that left foot. Bring the left hand to the earth, reach up with the right arm to the sky. Easy twist. And again, we're going to reach back towards the left foot here. So you might be able to reach, or as you can see on this side, I have less space. So I'm reaching for it rather than connecting with it. Taking my gaze towards my left foot. One more breath. Let's bring the right hand back. Take a moment here and then lift that left knee and push out through that left heel to stretch out through that left leg. And step back with the right foot here. And you can bring the knees directly to the earth, or you can keep them lifted for the moment. And when we're all ready, let's move into Ashtanga. Knees, untuck your toes, bend into your elbows, chest and chin to the earth. Slide your knees away. Rise up in Cobra, Bhujangasana. Relax your shoulders down and away. Open your heart. Exhale to lower. And this time we're going to move into Locust Salabhasana rather than Dhanurasana. So lift the left leg and lift the left arm. You might be pressing into the right foot and the right big toe here. Lower the left arm and left leg. Let's lift the right leg and right arm. Right hand palm is facing down. Reach through the right toes. And now we're going to move to both sides. So you might come up a little bit. You might keep your feet on the earth, lifting your heart, lifting your crown. Or you might lift your toes, lift your crown, lift your gaze. Reach through your fingertips, reach through your toes. Salabhasana. You might be rocking here. And now let's think about someone you love while you're breathing here. This is going to be hard. So this is it when we are most called to love someone. It might be when we are least able to find and offer that love. May they be peaceful and joyful. May their body be healthy and well. May they find ease and freedom in their path. Exhale everyone to the earth. Bring your hands up alongside you. palms underneath your eyebrow center so that you can rest your eyebrow center on the backs of your hands. Let's take a Brahmari breath here. Honeybee breath. And again, let's vibrate in the heart space, Anahat. Inhale through your nose, keeping your lips softly closed. Exhaling to make this humming sound. Om Ahimsa Param Dharma. Om Ahimsa Param Dharma. Hands to your shoulders and then press into the earth. And let's move back into child's pose. This time, let's bring your knees together. And keep reaching forward with your hands. Rest your eyebrows center on the earth or on a cushion. And from here, let's offer loving kindness, metta, to that person, whether known personally to us or whether it is someone we see or hear about in the news. And this is the expansion of the heart to embrace all beings. May they be peaceful and joyful. May their body be healthy and well. May they find ease and freedom in their path. And when we extend compassion and empathy to all beings, we also include those that our instinct is to exclude. Inhale to lift your gaze, coming into mountain Padmatasana. Take a moment here. And then let's walk to the top of the mat to come into a forward fold again. Hug everything in. So take your hands to the back of your legs. Have a deep bend or a soft bend in your knees. Inhaling to unfurl your spine one vertebrae at a time. Coming up into Dasan Standing Mountain. Take a moment here. We're going to move into our balance now, Natrajasana, dancer pose. So this is a joyful, uplifting pose. So when we are able to find acceptance, then we can move into a place where we are joyful. When we hold resentment or when we hold others in contempt or in anger, we are using up our own energy. We are causing disharmony to ourselves because if we carry anger for others or about others, it can be a real burden. And so in releasing that anger through loving kindness, it doesn't mean we stop our action, that we don't do everything we can in our commitment and power to change things, to communicate, to develop a better world for ourselves. It just means we do it from a place of not being angry, of not being full of this emotion that can drain us. So that's why I'm offering Natrajasana. So let's take our feet hip distance wide. Lift your toes and then place them on the earth one by one. Gaze ahead. I'm going to turn around because I'm going to balance on my left leg first. So let's shift the weight into the left leg. Bend into this right knee and take hold of your foot. And then begin to reach back with your foot. And as you do that, reach your crown forward. This left hand can be at the heart or on the left hip. And when you are ready, if you wish, you can release your left arm. You might be wobbling on your left leg. Take a moment here. One full breath here. Om Ahimsa Param Dharma. May my path, may my journey be a journey of kindness and compassion. And if you wobble out like me, go back in fearlessly. You are loving warriors. Right, I'm going to keep my eye on something focused ahead of me. And from here, if you wish, and this is where you might want to block, let's place your left hand on your block. You can still hold onto your toes, or you can release your toes and reach back with your right leg. And this right hand can come to the hip, to the heart, or onto the earth or your block. Yogi's choice. One more breath. And then bend into your knee. Rise up with your crown and place the right foot next to the left. Probably should have told you to have your block ready before I gave you that challenge. So this time, let's learn from Callie's mistake and have your block ready. So this time we're going to shift the weight into our right leg. Again, lift your toes. Bend into that left knee. Reach back with your left hand. And begin to reach your crown forward and lift your left toes up towards the sky. And when you're ready, you can reach forward with your right arm. Three more breaths here. And if you wobble and fall out, come back in. And then when you're ready, let's reach our hand down towards the earth or onto blocks. And then release that left foot. Extend that left leg. And your hands can be on the earth, on your block, or at your heart. Virabhadrasana 3. Bending into your knees. Left foot to the earth. Rise up. Oh, my hair's gone disheveled. Take a full breath in. And we're not going to come to the earth because I want us to shake this all out at the end of our practice today. So shaky, 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 shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Just shake it all out. Shaking through your arms. Let the fatty bits look under my arms. I have finger rings. Just let them all shake. Shake it, shake it, shake it. If you want to put some music on, you can put some music on. So remember, when we have these feelings of anger or frustration, connecting with ahimsa, this principle or ethic of loving kindness, of non-violence, non-harm to others, even the ones that are hardest to love, embrace, to offer our compassion to, that is the challenge for us. So I often talk about when I do my work around anti-racism and social justice, that I come from a place of revolutionary love. That is from ahimsa. So when you finish shaking it out, let's bring your hands in Padma Mudra. And let's close our practice by chanting Om Shanti. And I invite you to bring your Padma from your heart to your lips to your crown for each Shanti. So for yourself, for your community, and through all of humanity. Inhale to prepare. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Dhanyavad. Dhanyavad. Thank you, yogis. Hope you're feeling a bit energized. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.